Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to XCOM. I guess XCOM 2. We're picking up right where we left off last time, where we just finished with the two separate missions, one with the Reapers and one with the Skirmishers, to get Outrider and Mox, so that we can have a dialogue and reach a peaceful conclusion between the two of them. So we're about to meet at the rendezvous point, and that's where we've stopped it. So let's head back into the game.
Rendezvous point directly ahead. Let's try and play nice today, people.
So, Advent's most brutal captain comes to atone for his crimes.
I am no longer that being. I am free now.
Taking off that helmet does not change what you are. Reapers have long memories. Elder Craxard. Anytime.
The way I see it, we have two options. Join forces and kick the Elders off our world, or kill each other here and now. The choice is yours.
No one has ever done that before. No one shall ever do that again.
What the hell is that?
Vox Prima, Elder Assassin, relentless death that stalks my kind, Butcher of free Advent.
My people face another like her. They are the undying, Advent's curse upon us. We must combine strength if we are to have any chance of success.
You are welcome to try.
Your Reapers face a being such as this?
They appeared without warning years ago. Had they not, we would have already regained our home.
Such arrogance. The Elder's will extends throughout the universe. I am but one of their instruments.
So yeah, the Assassin is one of the Chosen, which was added in War of the Chosen, hence the name. And they're a pretty tough foe. I guess I like the height advantage they've given us. Unfortunately, we are kind of too far away to take good advantage of it. No, I can get you over here.
Heading to that
Let's
location.
put you there. That is not cover, is it? I am the dumb. Well, I was like, I can get up against the wall. That's just bars that... No, that counts as cover. No, these are cover. Okay, never mind. I am not dumb. Perfect planning. I saw that they've got, like, actual barriers and thought, okay, those are cover. But no, these bars do count as partial cover, which is terribly convenient because it does not seem very protective. Get you over to there.
Target position now.
So we've got two Rangers, a Specialist, and a Grenadier. I'm thinking I want you in cover, even if I have to double move, or dash, I suppose.
On it.
I'm just banking on the fact that most of the map is on that side, like here's the wall. So I'm guessing our fight, whatever enemies we face, are going to be coming from that direction.
Already there.
Alright. Anything I want to do with you, Outrider? I guess I can move you over. I could put her into shadow,
I go
but I don't think that's strictly necessary quite yet. Maybe a decision to make in the future. And we'll move Mox over a bit as well. And then we can have our whole team go into Overwatch.
I await their approach.
Watching comes naturally.
Moving to Overwatch. Covering now.
Well,
They have a
besides those
distinctive
two.
sound.
Is that the Chosen?
Join me in the darkness.
Okay, so the Chosen all have unique strengths and weaknesses. So in her case as the assassin, she has Watchful, can enter Overwatch upon ending their turn. Well, that kind of sucks. So every turn, even if they have used their actions, she gets a free Overwatch anyway. Great. Shadow Step. The Chosen does not trigger Overwatch or reaction fire. That also really sucks. So she goes into Overwatch automatically, and being in Overwatch doesn't help us against her because she just ignores it. Fantastic. Her weaknesses. Chosen takes increased damage from explosions, which, cool, but we're in a lost area. I don't know about that. Adversary Reapers takes increased damage from Reapers. Well, that's good. Reapers don't actually do that much damage, though. Except if I do the Claymore and then blow it up. That should still count as Reaper damage, I assume. And should get the additional explosion damage as well. Really bad for the Lost in the area. We're probably going to summon a bunch of them, but it should do tons of damage.
And I will end this quickly.
Okay. Ignores cover. So we can click here, get that info back. So if at any point I want to see. Yeah, so the Chosen can show up on any mission. So, and they just show up partway through the mission usually. So it's a bit terrifying where you'll have a mission that you think is going pretty well, and then suddenly a Chosen appears and just wrecks your day. What do I do? We have no enemies on field. We did hear enemies coming from that direction that I'm assuming was not the Chosen, so probably Lost. It's like we don't see any enemies, so I could just stay up here and Overwatch, but we know the Chosen ignores it. So what's the point? I think I'm inclined to just slide down this rail because I do like keeping the height advantage. But I want to get vision on whatever we were hearing over to that side. So all we're doing is defeating the Chosen and don't allow Mox or Dragonova to die. Perfect. Dragonova, let's move you over there. Do you see anything? You don't. So we are probably going to go into Overwatch anyway. And if Lost show up, at least we can take our Overwatch shots on them.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Let's see. Mox, send you to here.
I go.
Yep, jumping over those boxes was definitely the easiest route.
On the move.
Tabbing, but my people are all apparently in opposite order of how they're standing.
That's affirmative.
Alright. And then everyone in Overwatch.
It is under
Scanning.
my watch.
Overwatch. I'll watch closely.
Overwatch.
A change in position.
More noise. Oh. Is that... Okay, she's coming up here.
Can't take much more of this.
Savor what time you have left.
You're bleeding out instantly. Well, Zoe's dead. Bleeding out, I think, means you have 3 turns? No, we have...
Elders possess
Can a
many.
medkit deal with that?
Where they see you, they send me.
So, she dropped down over here somewhere. I didn't actually see exactly where she went. Should have been paying more attention, but I was more focused on my suddenly instantly bleeding out soldier. Where she... So she ran past all of our people on Overwatch, came up here, killed one of my soldiers in a single strike from all the way there. So she has crazy movement and then afterwards still had movement to run away. And she's probably in Overwatch now. Man, she sucks. Alright, can you do anything? Stabilize, yes. So we're just down a soldier, but you can keep them alive. Yeah. Do I want to move you first? I mean, I don't think we're going to spot her regardless, given the fact that no one on our team can currently see her. So she's got to be in cover somewhere. I'm not excited to trigger her Overwatch.
Headed there now.
Yeah, not excited to trigger her Overwatch. Let's get it stabilized, though. So you... Assuming the rest of us live, you'll live. If she had done that to Dragon over a Mock, she could have just ended the mission right there. Problem is, I need vision of where she's at. Somewhere over here. I could go put you in shadow. Put you in shadow so that you're unlikely to be seen. And then have you drop off to, like, here. And we hope that she's not far enough over here where she'll spot you for being flanked. And hope that from this angle you can at least spot her, which will then give the rest of us an idea of what we need to do about this terrible situation we're suddenly in. Go into shadow.
Darkness is my domain.
That'll reveal yourself? Okay. I like the overlay, but also it is hard to see. Like, I want to have you as distant as I can. But, dude. I think that's... trying to find the spot that'll be behind the pillar. I think that square I'm surrounding is the pillar, so this should be in cover behind the pillar. I think... no, don't... that's running under the bridge. We definitely don't want that. Do I... don't... please don't... why are you so desperate to go under the bridge? I really want you to go over the bridge. Alright, let's... have you drop here then.
I am at your service.
Did you get vision? You didn't. We don't know where she is still. Oh, yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Because I think once we are flanking her, we spot her. It's a bit of a game of cat and mouse at the moment.
I will go.
Put you there? Anything? Yes. All right. She is here. So what do I do about that? Yeah, so she is in Overwatch. So if I drop down somewhere, then it doesn't trigger Overwatch where you land. I don't think. Basically, Overwatch only triggers once you leave cover. So, possibly if I just drop down, we would be out of... We wouldn't face an Overwatch shot. I think. Or do I just trigger the Overwatch? You don't really want to risk Jane Kelly. She's among my higher promoted people. What to do? So who do we have? We've got Ranger here. So 2 Rangers. Our Specialist is already gone to stabilize. Our Heavy, or Grenadier, is the one who she took out. They'd be useful because of the grenades. Can you grapple somewhere useful? Not particularly. No, I don't think that'll help me at all. And I kind of want to have the team together. I mean, I could do the same cheese strategy I was talking about with the Lost. Put people on top of the ladders. Or I guess poles. So that she can't easily get up to us. She'd have to take her shots from the ground. It's an option. We wouldn't be in cover, which doesn't fill me with a lot of good feelings. I think I want someone to trigger her Overwatch from a bit of a distance. Like, you can't do really anything as a Ranger from back here anyway. Because Rangers just don't have that kind of aim. So maybe I have you drop here and hope that procs her Overwatch. It might be too far away. But it might proc her Overwatch while you're far enough distant that her miss chance will be pretty high. Because if we can get rid of the Overwatch, that opens up a lot of possibilities for the rest of the team moving in.
That's affirmative.
So, yeah, I'm having you risk your life for the rest of the team. Try not to die. Okay, there's the Overwatch. It did miss. Perfect.
In failure, I must persist.
Can't hit with the grenade. That's fine. Nope. What? I right-clicked out of the grenade, and you moved. Out into the open. What was that? Well, you're dead now. Alright, so Jane, I want you here to do a flanking crit.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Because shooting, you do 4 to 6 with a 70% crit. Sword, 3 to 5. No, just definitely use the weapon. Please get your crit. Couldn't tell.
That will not be enough to stop me.
Yeah, that's probably a crit. Alright, Mox. Anything you can do of use. Not really. She's in full cover at the very edge of the map. And Mox is all that's left. I can't believe the game moved you to there. That was total BS. Luckily, she prefers her sword, and so she's probably not going to take the shot there. Chances are she's going to slash at Jane Kelly, which sucks. I could have Mox grapple here in the hopes that that puts him better able to get into an angled position, but I don't think it will. You'd have to get all the way over to the here to not be dealing with her full cover, which isn't going to happen. I could Overwatch, but it does nothing. Part of me is inclined to just put him forward a bit and see if he can throw a grenade to hit barely her and not Jane. It'll draw Lost, which will suck. But grenades do 3 to 4 damage. And on her it should be doubled. So 6 to 8 damage. I'd rather use that as like a finishing move. But
Moving there.
I don't think I have the choice on that. Yeah.
It will shake them.
Get the damage for the explosion. 8. It's now her turn.
I had not expected this conflict to be so exhilarating. You surprise me, XCOM. Still, the Elder's will is that none survive this day. I cannot leave that to fortune.
The sonic dispersal waves emitting from that pod are crisscrossing a massive area.
Meaning that thing just rang the dinner bell for every remaining Lost in the city.
An accurate assessment. The entire Lost biomass seems to be converging on this position. Then let's get you all the hell out of there. Firebrand's en route to the evac coordinates now. Get moving.
Okay. So we've got to get our soldiers to this evac through a bunch of Lost. And I've got to carry a body, which means of the...
Too close to the heat!
Initial analysis of these creatures' movement patterns reveals an almost coordinated attack strategy. Perhaps they're not the mindless automatons they initially appeared to be. An intriguing, if not horrific, possibility.
Of our 6 soldiers, 1 is down, and 1 is also going to have to give up their ability to shoot in order to carry them out of here. So we're losing 2 soldiers. Or we've effectively already lost 2 soldiers. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I think... Who am I most willing to lose? I'm thinking Rangers. Their aim is so short that they aren't as good at dealing with Lost. So yeah, you, Mackenzie, I want you to come up here.
Moving.
Grab this unit.
Let's get you out of here.
That first strike, just out of the blue, taking out one of my soldiers. Super bad. Alright, if I leave you standing here, these Lost can't actually get up this ladder. But they can move up here, and if any of them are dashers, they will. Alright, Jane, can you get close enough to do anything particularly useful?
Okay.
The answer's probably no. Yeah, 66. Not amazing. But I might as well have you take the shots. Because there's not anything better besides just double moving. Nice.
Target disabled.
Another... Didn't you already earn a promotion? Or am I misremembering? Unlock Corporal. I thought you had already earned the promotion, but surely you didn't earn 2 promotions in a single mission. Because that would be madness.
Hostile neutralized. Running dry on ammo.
Yep. Alright.
Negative damage. Out of ammo here.
So we have these 3. Do we know of any other lost on the map? I don't think so. So we just have to take care of those 3 right now.
That's affirmative.
Let's get you moving forward. %, perfect.
Taken care of.
89 is still reasonable.
Enemies down.
87. Perfect. Okay.
No longer a threat.
The lost we know of are down. So let's just get
Training ammo
you a
fast.
reload.
Ready to go.
I guess I shouldn't have wasted that shot because we have enough people around. We could have cleaned up those enemies without her and she could have reloaded. That was a mistake on my part. Probably going to put you into Overwatch.
No trespassers.
I think I'm going to actually move you scout ahead somewhat. Where exactly is our Overwatch? Or not our Overwatch, our extraction. Way over here. Okay. We got to move pretty far. Yeah, let's get you ahead. Hopefully Lost don't reveal you.
I'll be swift.
Let's just get you moving. And that's it for this turn. So I think we only have mocks on Overwatch.
How many of these creatures can still be in this city?
Advent has been sending purifier squads into these cities for years, yet somehow the Lost survive, even thrive. We do not know why.
Confirmed.
Okay, you're reloaded. We've got some of them here. Don't know how many, of course.
I will reposition.
Alright, we can see 3 here. I doubt the rest of the team is going to get close enough to get any reasonable shots there. Could have theoretically moved Mox with a grapple to somewhere more useful.
I'm on the move.
You're going to get spotted. And then they are going to eat your face. Oh, right. You've already gone. Yikes. Yeah, I think I do need to actually pull you back. That's going to turn out pretty bad pretty soon. So let's just throw you back here. And you guys go into Overwatch.
Got it covered.
I am watching.
And I might keep you back behind these guys. I was trying to put you in that cover, not that cover really matters. But I'm misclicking a lot. Though I still stand by the clicking off of the grenade and having our move is a mistake of the game. Luckily, it didn't cost me. Missed. Come on. Good hit.
For the free. I did not exist when this city stood whole. Still, I feel revulsion at what happened to this place, to these people.
I believe you.
Well, that's a more promising dialogue than we've heard thus far.
Moving to position. Target eliminated.
Easy kill for you. Still don't have a great view of what's going on in there. Let's just move Mox forward a bit. You can only see one. I think there are probably others. I
require ammunition.
am not seeing.
Move into position.
Maybe not, though. Mox, you can reload.
Ready weapon.
Alright. Outrider, what do we do with you? I think I'm gonna put you here. We could actually work towards sending our team over top. Yeah. Rather than fighting our way through the bottom where we can get swarmed on all sides, sort of secure these floors. Because I think they'll have a harder time swarming us up ladders. That might be the right call. Still, we'll send Outrider there.
As ordered.
Let her get some vision. Yeah, so we've got two more of them in there that you guys can't see. She could take the shots and just finish them off. Not a bad call. I don't need her to be in shadow.
Remember, they are not victims.
Still revealed. That 50% reveal chance is not working out for her.
No compromises. I have little ammo remaining.
Could move her upstairs anyway, but I think I'll do the reload.
Cover me, I'm reloading.
And I'm gonna dash you forward.
Roger that.
Just so you can stay caught up with the rest of the team. You guys will be on Overwatch.
Scanning.
And you... I think hang out behind the rest of the team.
Roger that.
Even though it's only a single move, I would rather you not end up accidentally ahead of the team and being the first one attacked. So... Huh. It's not a way to end turn. Huh. Okay. Step forward.
Moving on target.
It's fine. Because I can't hunker down. There's no just end turn. I can't Overwatch.
There will come a day when my people take back this place for our own.
If they are all like you, that is a likely possibility.
It's weirding me out how friendly they suddenly are. Like, yeah, you guys did good on a single mission, but how did you get over all of your animosity you had at the start of the mission that fast? Wait, you seriously can't see any of them from here? Okay. Sure. That makes sense. So I think we had some coming through here. Oh yeah, I was talking about going upstairs, and now I'm just charging through the building anyway. I'm smart. Whatever. The building's gonna be fine.
Heading out.
%.
Nailed him.
Missed on a 93.
Toss me some ammo.
Come on. And yeah, there was one that briefly it showed there. If I move Mox forward, is he going to spot that one? Probably not.
As you command.
But I can hope so. He does. Do I think he can take the shot? No, he can't. He saw it, but now he has no vision on it anymore.
We take from the Elder stock.
66 is not great. Alright, Dragnova. You've got 84 here. So you can take that shot from where you're standing. Nope.
My sights are off.
Apparently. 84% missed. Well, I'm going to have Jane Kelly go into Overwatch.
Scanning.
So when probably this one moves forward, she'll get the shot, but she might miss because shotguns. Mox could take the 66. I guess kind of he has to. There's... Put him into Overwatch, but depending on which one moves forward, he'd either take the shot there or take the shot on this one. Do I trust the 66? I feel like it's better than just going into Overwatch and having a worse shot in Overwatch. So take the shot. That's the kill.
Light has left them.
And then you
Ammunition is low.
also go into Overwatch to try and protect us from that one.
I stand ready.
And you need to at least double move, because apparently the game doesn't know what to do if you haven't. So just go here. That's
Running.
not where, again, you can see where my mouse is pointing. And then it just like glitched over. I don't know. There's something wonky going on with, whoa, that is a lot of them. We do not have nearly the Overwatches to handle that.
We'll fight no more.
Please tell me you've already double moved. Because if they all get attacks on Mox from there, that'll be bad news. More of them activating. Good, good, good. Good. Oh, you are getting an attack. Yeah.
Detecting additional Lost converging near the evacuation coordinates. I advise caution. It would seem the Lost are on to our strategy.
It is the Elder's will that this alliance fall. It will take more than mere lost for that to happen.
Alright. Mox, let's get you a reload.
Must reload now.
You should have some pretty good chances
No more.
on the ones right next to you.
Their casualties grow. I have little ammo remaining.
You do in fact have little ammo remaining. That is true.
I have no more ammunition. I am reloading.
Okay. Mackenzie, you're still carrying someone. Outrider, you're better aiming at a distance. Let's send Jane Kelly forward to here. She should have good shots on several of them. She'll need to reload as well, unfortunately.
I'm running low on ammo. Hostile neutralized. Got no ammo.
I could have her slash, so we'll hold off on her reload for the moment. You can just take the shot from here. I was thinking about moving first, but I don't need to because we're going to hit. That aiming up in the sky he did there momentarily, I'm like, seriously, you're gonna miss? Let's step you forward to get vision.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
I'm probably gonna reload you still, and I am.
Let's rock.
Just wanted to get some vision before I decided what to do. Let's see. Kelly, you need a reload.
Locked and loaded.
We'll send you... That flickering that it's doing, where it doesn't know quite what square it's thinking I'm trying to be clicking on. I don't know why it's doing that.
Double time.
I gotta make sure that it's steady of where it thinks the mouse is before I click. Some mods going on there. I don't like it. Alright, Outrider. We're getting fairly close. Let's send you here in Overwatch.
My life is in your hands. Reapers are always vigilant.
There's so many of them. And I do not like being down 2 guns. Oh, dude. Although she has a sniper rifle, it probably has penalties shooting in close combat.
Position, but the evac zone's even hotter than we thought. Running out of time here, people.
Tell her to hold as long as she can. We will be there.
So we can see you. We know there's more back there that we can't see. %. We'll just finish you off before we have to move. Okay, that's where they are.
Hostiles pacified.
Yeah, let's move you to here.
Position confirmed.
You good attacks on all of them. You've got 3 shots left. If I hold off on... She could slash the last one. Possibly.
Taken care of.
100%. Perfect.
Enemy destroyed. Draining ammo fast.
If I need to, she has the option to slash. But probably I can move someone else.
Moving to designated position.
Hopefully in the next turn or two, we can get everyone over there. Mox, you need to get moving. You are far behind the rest of the team.
A long run.
I'll have you go into this corner where you're protected by your allies.
Location confirmed.
Outrider technically could get over there, but I'm gonna just put her forward
As you order,
so that
Commander.
she can go into Overwatch.
I won't let them past.
You'll get a reload.
I'm ready.
Overwatch for you.
Central, the sheer magnitude of the biomass converging upon this position is staggering.
I
If our
think
team
we're
does
good.
not evacuate now,
Trust me, Doctor. They know.
I
I
understand.
need to make sure that we are clicking all of them into here and it doesn't glitch out the clicks. You can actually end up in that square, which is cool. So you still have an action. I don't think it matters,
As ordered.
but in case it does.
The entire swarm converges upon us. We cannot hold this position much longer.
Outrider to Avenger, where the hell's our exit? This is as low as I can get her.
No! I do not intend to die this day. I will follow. Fox Tower 410.
Time to return home, traitor.
Mox is captured. They couldn't let us actually keep both awesome new units.
I'd love to check out some of their weapons and equipment if we have time.
So 3 units are now tired. We got Outrider, but she's wounded. And you are gravely wounded, of course. 20 days. Yikes. Maybe I do need that infirmary. Everyone earned a promotion. No huge surprise there.
We may have chosen a different means of resistance, but our people fight for the same reason, for the world we once knew. Together we will end this occupation, or die trying.
The Resistance factions take a more flexible approach to training than traditional soldiers. They can often learn multiple new abilities with each promotion. They will adapt to follow your choices, Commander.
Yeah, so they have a different promotional schedule than our normal XCOM soldiers. They have 3 different tracks that they go down, and then they also get a random selection of XCOM abilities. Now we have this AP that our soldiers can earn, as well as AP that XCOM as a whole collects. And we can use that to buy these abilities. So right now she's earned 10 AP to buy any of these 3. You got the stealth track, the saboteur, which is using the explosives, or marksman to be better at shooting, I guess? I don't know. So remote start detonates an environmental explosive, causing it to deal double damage within twice its normal radius. Does not reveal the Reaper. Okay. I assume she can probably do the same with the Claymore to make the Claymore even better. Probably once per mission. Make sure squad mates are clear of the blast zone. Yes. Remote start requires 1 ammo point and has a 1 turn cooldown. 1 turn cooldown. You can use it multiple times in a mission. That's pretty cool. Blood trail. Shots deal +1 damage if the target has been wounded this turn. Good at taking out bigger enemies. She does do less damage than the average soldier. Like, her gun is weaker. So this would bring her more on par. But I have to plan ahead. Jedi, take a shot with a small aim penalty for a significant boost in damage. We have enough trouble with aim. That one seems pretty terrible. I think remote start, particularly in an area that we suspect we're going to be dealing with the assassin, that could be critical. But just in general, having the ability to, particularly if I can plant an explosive and then have it do double damage, but then also just blow up cars and whatnot to do double damage, there's some, that could be pretty powerful. Now, Robinson, you are our medic. Revival protocol. Send the gremlin to an ally to remove any negative mental status effects. Disoriented, stunned, panicked, or unconscious. You can remove unconscious? Probably not the, like, bleeding out, dying. does that use a med kit to do? Can be used to revive an unconscious soldiers, including those who have been stabilized after bleeding out. You can use it to stay on those who have been bleeding out. Revival protocol, if used with your first action, does not end your turn. Conventional gremlin drones grant a single revival protocol charge, but upgrading your gremlin will lead to more revival protocol charges. Nothing to do with medkits. So I can just revive people. Because I was thinking that disoriented, stunned, and panicked don't happen terribly often, and this haywire could be more useful. You target robotic and mechanical enemies with your gremlin, attempting to hack them and seize control. Could be cool. We haven't really run into robotic enemies. Maybe we did. Again, I can't remember what I did last time I played because it was a month ago. I think I'm going to go with Revival Protocol after that last mission. I know when I played this game years ago, I don't think I was that worried, but I'm playing on a harder difficulty, and I think this is going to matter. Jane Kelly. Yeah, you were just a squatty, so you've now upgraded to corporal. Did you get a second promotion? That's what I want to know, because it kind of looked like it, but that would be bonkers. So Phantom, when the squad is revealed, this soldier remains concealed, making them a scout unit, but our Reaper is a better scout unit, so it feels weird to focus on that when you're never going to be as good as base Reaper. So I think I might go Blade Master instead. Though we have 2 Rangers. So should I mix it up? I don't know. Blade Master can also be really good against the Lost, because I think there's a later ability that focuses on if an enemy moves within your range, the range of your sword, you automatically get an attack. Kind of like Assault's had in XCOM 1, although in this case it's specifically adjacent. So against things that are melee focused, that don't do ranged attacks, just getting an extra free attack is really good. I'm gonna go Blade Master for you. You did not get a second promotion. I swear it looked like you got a promotion early on in your first mission, and then it showed another promotion later, but maybe I was just confused or mixing up units. I don't know. Now you are going to be dead for ages, but let's see. Blast padding. Your gear includes layers of extra padding and blast plates, granting bonus point of armor, 66% less damage from explosive attacks. I mean, armor is nice. It's damage reduction from incoming damage. So you just take 1 point of less damage until they shred through armor. For instance, Shredder, your cannon attack shred armor. I generally hope to deal with enemies and not be taking hits. So I'd rather focus on getting rid of enemy armor so I can kill them quicker than on if they happen to target this one soldier, then they will take slightly less damage. So let's go Shredder. Kill the enemies faster. And lastly, our other Ranger. Do I go double Blade Master? Just feels weird to choose Phantom when I have a Shadow Ranger. Or not Ranger, Dragonova. Reaper, that's her class. So I think I am going to go Blade Master again. So that's all of them with their promotions. No items received. We got the Intel and the Scientist. Commander, your successful mission in New Arctic has fanned the flames of our resistance. We are indebted to you once again. Hopefully these resources will help you in your future efforts. Low on supplies. Okay. Supplies are used to purchase weapons and armor for your soldiers, obviously, as well as facilities and upgrades for the Avenger. To gain more supplies, sell items at the black market. I don't think we found the black market. It's not just immediately available like in XCOM 1. Sell only what you must, as most items have some value for future research.
Transmissions lately. It sounds a little like German, but it's hard to tell.
Establish contact with regions around the world and raise your regular income from the Resistance. Very true. Many missions like supply raids and guerrilla ops can offer large amounts of supplies as rewards. These missions will appear regularly as you pass time.
Your pathetic attempt at subterfuge has failed. And now one of your soldiers is my captive.
Yep, Mox has been captured by the assassin. During the execution of this mission, our operative Pradal Mox was captured by Darai Baldur, which I will never remember, and she's just the assassin. We may be able to determine where they are being held through a future covert action.
The Resistance factions can help us locate our captive soldier if we deploy on a covert action alongside them.
Thank you for sending additional support staff to assist me, Commander. I will make sure they are put to good use.
Okay. So we need to do the officer autopsy and research communications. Hello. The Three Chosen.
It would be so easy. Good to see you, sister.
Miscreants, restrain yourselves.
A healthy sibling rivalry.
You be restrained.
No, the three of us, called upon together. Something has changed.
On that, we are agreed. The battlefield has shifted. Our masters have need of us. Once more.
Sounds to me like they're afraid.
You dare defile this place with your wretched tongue?
Oh, I dare. Our children. Each of you possess our strength. Each of you possess our wisdom. Of all our creations, you are truly blessed. Your charge was a simple one. The subjugation of those who can see our grand design falter. We have been pleased. Until now. Our greatest asset has been lost, stolen from us, while our strongest did nothing. We are disappointed.
Thought you were the strongest.
Arrogance, defiance. You have walked among the humans for too long. You have been corrupted. You can be reclaimed. Yet perhaps you may also be redeemed. Perhaps you all may be redeemed. A greater battle lies ahead. Our time on this world draws to a close. Yet we need not abandon it completely at our departure. For one among you is surely ready to claim this world as their own. One among you is worthy. Return what was lost to us. All would oppose our will to the one that exceeds our everlasting favor, to the others. You are the chosen. Do not fail us. Now go.
Good. Pitting them against each other probably will work out for us.
Commander, we've just made contact with a new faction of the Resistance known as the Reapers. They're an elusive bunch, but this is their headquarters. We can scan at this location now to start benefiting from our newfound cooperation.
So this is the commander. Dragonova spoke highly of you and the rest of your team. Trust me, that does not happen often. You are all welcome here. I will admit I had some concerns with this alliance of yours, but from what I hear, this skirmisher, Mox, was captured protecting one of my own. Reapers have long memories, Commander. We will honor our end of the deal. Volk, out.
Yeah, I'm super good, because Dragonova did not see the part of the mission where I actually blew up my entire team, and we all died. Watchers of Snow. New faction orders granted. Between the Eyes and Resistance Ring 1. Covert actions now available in the ring. Hunt the Chosen Assassin Part 1. Something we do want to take care of. Rescue Soldier, Squatty Parade on Mox, and gain ability points. As long as the aliens walk the earth, the Reapers' hunt will never end. Volk.
Your tenacity could prove your undoing, Commander. If you would seek a fight with me, I hope you are truly ready to match my skills.
Commander, the Resistance has informed us that one of the Chosen, Darai Baldur, has claimed control of nearby regions. If we go on missions in this area, there's a good chance that they will try to defend their territory. Yeah, so they can just show up on any mission in the nearby area. They won't show up on every mission, but they will randomly show up on some missions. And there's not really any way to know. So, they've mentioned the ring, which I think is a building we can build in one of these locations. I guess I can't see that until we've actually got a spot to put it. And I need supplies because we won't be able to build it even if we did have a spot open. So let's go back to scanning this service depot.
Avenger plotting new course.
Because there are some supplies there, but most of our supplies are going to come from our income, which means we need to make contact with West Asia sooner rather than later.
You are driven to free your people from the perceived oppression of the Elders. The burden of honor instilled upon me since my creation drives my service to the gods, regardless of their intention.
Strategic resource located.
The shell of a bombed-out service depot for aircraft is all that remains in this area. After putting some effort into the excavation, we were able to recover materials from inside the structure. 65 supplies. Okay. And we found rookies. I'm not needing more rookies. So we have the option to scan at Reaper HQ to gain intel. Can we not scan... I thought we had our own base in New Arctic.
Important breakthrough.
Cool. That ticked over just as we were sitting around not passing time, just a couple of minutes. Assign new research. So our shotguns are now going to deal 1 more damage. Sounds great.
The science team has grown particularly interested in this field of research. So much so that their inspiration could lead to vast improvements in our research efficiency. However, we must act fast. Despite their brilliance, they are a fickle group.
Yeah, so if we chose hybrid materials, we get it done half the time. So, a single day. I really want resistance communications, but I might as well grab this when we're researching at double speed. It's something we definitely want sooner rather than later. We have gotten magnetic weapons a lot quicker by getting a scientist to aid in our research, but it's still going to take forever. Yeah, we'll go hybrid materials.
I will make that our highest priority. Advent has made steady progress in convincing the remaining civilian populace to migrate to their city centers, with the propaganda campaign providing a constant stream of reminders as to the benefits of migration. They have maintained a steady influx of new converts. Unfortunately, most of these unwitting refugees have little idea what they are truly signing up for.
Yep. So, again, I don't care about the rookies. So, I guess, that being the case, let's just scan for intel. Intel's not super critical now, but it's useful
Setting course.
Yeah, it's
for
just
the
useful, so I
Arctic
might as well
territories.
get more of it now while I have nothing better to be spending time on.
Our inspiration did prove beneficial.
Alright. With limited resources available to outfit our troops, up until now they've had to make do with whatever makeshift armor Shen managed to piece together for them from various scrap materials. Relying on methods that might otherwise seem outdated, we've developed a means of producing a multi-layered nanofiber weave capable of withstanding direct impacts as well as any traditional armor, without the added weight. Our troops will still have to exercise caution, and even the nanofiber has its limits. It may be best suited for our forces who rely on agility over pure stopping power. In any case, I imagine our soldiers will be pleased to see any improvements over their current equipment. Our Tigan. So we can now build the nanoscale vest, which I think uses our item slot. So it would replace the grenades. But it would give us some amount of additional health, which could be helpful considering we lost a soldier in a single attack. I think communications is more important than the autopsy. Ooh, plated armor, 20 days. Yikes. Communications. Because communications is how we contact resistance, which is how we get money. And like XCOM Enemy Within, which had satellites, rushing them early makes the game better and easier.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
One day until the debris is cleared. Let's keep gaining intel. How much intel is it giving us? I don't know. Not much. Okay, resistance ring. That's what they're talking about, where we can deal with covert actions and coordinating with the resistance factions. Let's definitely get one of those going. It's currently an unstaffed engineer. No. I would rather have them...
Commander, now that members of the resistance factions have joined us on the Avenger, I thought you might want an area where you can meet to organize and plan future operations together.
Thanks. You were telling me about the resistance ring after I've already told you to build one. But that's fine. So we could clear this out. It'll take an amount of time. If I wanted to go for one of these, it probably takes more time. It doesn't really tell me. 10 days. $5 days. Let's go for this one. I don't have a need to excavate one of the lower levels. I need to figure out which ones need workers, or engineers rather, so that I can decide where I want to build a workshop. Might be nice to build it, say, here, because we know if I build a power plant here, it's going to need engineers. So I could put a workshop there, then put things in these rooms that could also benefit from workshops. It's a plan. Still nothing new, just the rookies. 8 intel. Okay, we're getting small ticks occasionally. 4 intel. Dragonova has recovered from their wounds. Perfect.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Although conceptually the idea of establishing a radio-based communication system for the purpose of organizing resistance movement is nothing new, harkening back to any number of Earth's previous wars, what we hope to accomplish here is still no small task. The aliens are particularly adept at detecting our signals, with a vast array of technology and resources at their disposal. However, working in a close collaboration with Chief Engineer Shen, we've begun to salvage some of the aliens' own communications equipment from within the Avenger itself. From studying the surviving log files, we've discovered an astounding number of simultaneous communications being distributed through their network at any given time. This has proven to be the key to our proposed solution. With so much traffic flowing through the alien network, it should be relatively easy for us to disguise our own transmissions using theirs. Using the Avenger as our central hub, we can establish a communications network linking resistance outposts around the globe. Every new contact we establish should organize and strengthen the movement as a whole. Artigan. So now we can build resistance comms, which is probably another building that benefits from engineers, I'm guessing. So I might put that in the top left. Resistance comms facility increases the number of regions that we can make contact with. Further contacts can be gained by staffing an engineer here once construction is completed. Perfect. Training center construction. We have made an astounding breakthrough. We must begin training center construction immediately, otherwise the opportunity will be lost. 50% reduction in the cost of building the training center. I don't think that's critical at the moment. At some point I will want to build a training center, I'm sure, and having it cost 50% less could be good, but I'd rather focus on more important things now. Resistant radios could be good. Sectoid autopsy I don't think is critical at the moment. Same with Advent Officer. Let's go with Resistance Radio. I think that's good for us getting more supplies sooner. By replicating the communications equipment we've developed on the Avenger, we should be able to establish ground-based relays to further spread our reach. With wider coverage, it'll be easier for us to reach some of those outlying regions far off from HQ. Alright, let's do it.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
1 day to a supply drop. Sounds great. 2 days to clear the alien debris. Good stuff.
Tygan just sent word. The new Resistance communications network is fully operational. Now we just have to spread the word.
Commander, you should establish contact with the local Resistance network as soon as possible. The aliens are undoubtedly moving forward with their plans.
Okay. Communication systems are online, Commander. We can now make contact with the local Resistance in East Asia. Or West Asia. West Asia is where we need for the black site.
Now that we've established a link, we can use our intel resources to make contact with the local Resistance cell in this region. Aside from getting us into the black site, our access to supplies should improve now that we've expanded our reach.
Okay. West Asia will give us 85 more supplies each month. East Asia will be 60. This one also helps with our mission. I think we will make contact with West Asia first.
After we pay the initial intel cost to make contact, we'll have to scan the region for a few days before the local Resistance cell comes out of hiding. Once we find them, we'll be up and running in the new region.
So intel is the resource we're using to make contact, and you'll see that it's intel times the link distance. So we have our essentially radio relay in our starting location, New Arctic. So it's a distance of 1. But if I then wanted to contact this next one, it'd suddenly be a distance of 2, and so it'd cost 80 intel, and then 120 intel. And that cost spikes pretty fast, which is why we need the radio relays that we're researching now. Let's make contact.
Course for the West Asian Corridor.
Commander, using intel collected so far, we've managed to locate a Resistance cell operating out of this region. It'll take us some time to scan for their exact position, though.
What is our continental bonus here? That's one thing I don't remember. I think it exists, so I would expect to see it labeled to encourage us to try working towards continental bonuses. I don't know.
Attempting to establish...
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
So this is probably our supply drop.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
Completed 1 guerrilla op. Resistance ops completed 1. Resistance rumors investigated 1. Technology researched 4. I am pretty awesome, thank you. So there's the 150 that we were promised.
Chosen are a tough group to infiltrate, but we've managed to gather intel on their latest actions, and have a rough idea of how close each is to reaching their ultimate goal of locating the Avenger.
Not very close. Current planned activity is a brutal crackdown on the Resistance, permanently lowering XCOM's income. That sounds terrible. Please don't lower my income.
Intel suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede everywhere.
So they're going to provide us a couple of missions, kind of like the abduction missions of XCOM Enemy Within, where we'll have a choice of which mission to go to, and each one will deal with a specific one of these. So rather than just looking at the rewards, we'll also need to consider which of these dark events we want to counter. So in this current case, risk of ambush on all covert actions. Ambushes are annoying, they're not the end of the world. Advent has their goons hiding in every bush from here to the furthest city center. They must really be getting worried about the strength of our alliance. And then gone to ground, the black market being closed for 6 weeks. I don't know how much I'm going to need the black market. So neither one of these seems that terrible, all things considered.
Commander, the factions have pledged their support to XCOM, and they're ready to carry out your orders. As our influence with these groups increases, our capabilities will grow in kind.
Okay, so we want to raise our influence however we do that. Commander, each month the Resistance factions can be assigned orders, which will provide bonuses to XCOM. As XCOM gains influence with the factions, additional orders will become available, and they will be able to complete more orders per month.
Things are going so well. Sounds like my Reapers can take on some new orders.
Resistance orders are powerful strategic ability unique to each faction. Resistance orders can only be activated at the end of each month. Resistance Rising 1, gain 1 more Resistance contact. Neat, I guess. Between the eyes, any XCOM shot that hits the Lost is an instant headshot kill. That sounds really good. So every hit is a kill. We no longer need to pay attention to how much health the Lost has. Because particularly later on, some Lost are a lot more powerful and have a lot more health. So having that active could be pretty good. But Lost aren't going to be on every mission. And so on a mission that doesn't have Lost, this is just pointless. Raise influence through the ring. So we don't know necessarily how to do that yet. I think at the current moment, I don't know how... Yeah, I don't know how many resistant contacts we have at the moment. But I'm guessing they give us, like... Certainly at least 1 is what we already have, but I would assume 2. That feels good to me, but I can't say that with confidence. But I am planning on building a communications soon as a reasonably high priority. So I don't think that's critical. Now you can see what it's like being a Reaper. Or the people of Earth are eager to join the fight. They just wanted to make sure you were serious first. Yeah, let's go with taking out Lost. Easier. Hopefully we get more options soon.
Commander, we'll need to send our own soldiers out to work with the Resistance factions to complete these covert actions. They'll be gone for a few days, but this will help us build influence with the Resistance while generating material support.
Okay, so just going on covert operations with them is how we build support. Commander, the factions can offer us opportunities to advance the Resistance around the globe. We'll need to send away some of the troops for a number of days, but when but we're guaranteed to reap the benefits of our efforts when they return. I thought we had to build the ring before we could do this. So we can start hunting the chosen assassin. It says part 1 because there are multiple parts of this. We don't get to hunt her down immediately. We can't even do this one because it requires a sergeant, and we don't have a sergeant yet. Rescue Praetor Mox. That's definitely a good option. We'd have to put in 2 soldiers. Do those soldiers... I don't think those soldiers are the ones that are actually on the mission to rescue Mox. I'm assuming. Because there's no requirements of who I use here. So I could just grab some random rookies. Although we'd be giving someone mobility. And so that might be better to use on someone I care about than just a random rookie. Because that's +1 movement speed.
This operation is going to require some field experience, Commander.
Ooh.
To send one of our vets to lead the effort.
This would be good, but we don't have the sergeant again. But stopping that crackdown that permanently lowers XCOM's income would be very good. Unfortunately, we can't do it. Because permanently lowering my income just hurts. Or we could find the Templars, another faction. From what we know of them, the Templars have relied on their psionic powers to keep themselves hidden from Advent's prying eyes. They won't be easy to find, but if we send in a small team to explain what we're trying to do, maybe it'll see the light. Also requires a sergeant. So there's only one we can actually do at the moment, and it's this one. So I can send any 2 soldiers. Giving a ranger more movement speed would feel good. How long does this mission go? 7 days. So whoever I choose will be gone for a week. Could also be cool to send the Reaper so that she can move farther. But I'm definitely feeling more of the Ranger. We'll give you more movement speed and then assign a random rookie. I think that's the call. Get our mission so we can get Mox back. And raise our influence with them. Let's confirm. Dorian McKenzie and Martin Schneider to rescue Praetor Mox.
Covert is our specialty. Let's just hope your people can keep up.
Commander, the Resistance has a hidden cache of resources stashed outside of Advent's reach. But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area if we want to recover this stuff for ourselves.
So this will take, I think, 3 days to pick up the supplies. But it takes us from where we're currently scanning. I think having the supplies is more useful than having the Resistance communication. We don't need this until the end of the month. So,
Commander will need to completely scan this region before we can establish contact with the local Resistance. I'd advise we stick around and finish the job, but the choice is yours.
We don't lose any of the time we've spent on this, so we can come back and pick it up right where we left off, so there's no need to stay here and finish. We'll come back.
Plotting new course.
What is that fist? Is that just saying that we are scanning to learn it, maybe?
Nothing
Hello.
on local comms. Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end.
Even as I speak.
speak to you today.
You've got incoming on approach.
Your signal's breaking up. Territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
It's pretty obvious what he was saying.
Get your people out of there!
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
There's a horrible preview of what to expect.
Commander, we have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out.
Also, I think it's interesting that the speaker is obviously a Thin Man, obviously an improved Thin Man, as all the aliens are changed from what we saw in XCOM Enemy Within. But you can see the markings on his neck that show he's not entirely human, as well as his permanent sunglasses. He's clearly a Thin Man, but I don't think there's any other Thin Man in the game. So, yeah, they just kept one around to be the speaker so that the humans think they've got a human representative speaking for the aliens. Let's view the retaliation site.
Our next operation will put us right in the middle of chosen territory, Commander. There's a good chance they'll show up to interfere, so we should plan accordingly.
Oh, so we could have the assassin joining this fight. Good times. Operation Tomb God. That is a good name for an operation. Yeah, we've got to go take this on. Try and save as much of our Resistance headquarters as we can.
Setting course for the Arctic.
So we move away from the supplies after we moved away from communications. Help out here. So there shouldn't be lost here. So I don't need to worry about explosives. However, she might be useful because there should be various explosive options in the camp. So her new explosive ability probably will work and be pretty helpful. These are only 3 soldiers apparently that are ready to go. Yeah, you guys are tired, you're wounded. So those 3 are on the mission. You're on a covert action. So yeah, we've got to dig down into our rookies now. Good stuff. Let's have you grab our med kit. So we have our sharpshooter, essentially another sharpshooter slash ranger, because stealth as well as a sniper rifle. Heavy and a rookie. Awesome. If we wanted to build items, what do we have available? Flashbang can be good. Flashbang can stop psionic attacks. So if there's any sectoids there that are trying to do awful things, a flashbang can stop it. So having one on hand wouldn't be a terrible call. And yeah, nanoscale vest is just a single item that we'd have to use in place of our grenades. I think I'm going to build a flashbang. As much as I don't like digging into my supplies, because I need them, I think it's good to have on hand. We'll give it to our Grenadier, because he can throw it farther. I know there are abilities that they get based on their grenade slot. I don't think he has any, but just in case, I will put the grenade in the grenade slot and have him have the flashbang as a utility. And I think this will be our team when we go on this mission. But for now, we're going to end the episode here. Next time, we'll pick it up from here to do this essentially terror mission. Stop the Advent retaliation. See y'all then. Bye.